What's up, guys? Another episode of the jankityasspodcast, not number 51.
Was literally about to say.
No, I spent all day fucking moving shit around in my house here, so I got, oh god damn it.
Yeah, I've been all over the place today too. Good grief.
Shit. Alright, cool. You thought last episode was bad. Wait till you get a load of this week. Jesus Christ. Get the fuck on there.
Just wait until you see the shit we have in store for you today.
Alright, got that on. Get this one off. And 52.
There you go.
Boom. Alright, I lost something. Here. Oh! Mask went flying. What?
Oh no.
She's back. I mean, it's demons. They deserve it. Anyways, to that end, like I was telling you before, I am close to having my own little home office now.
Yeah. So you messaged me about that. I was like, oh shit. So how'd that happen?
Well, we kept running into problems trying to find a fifth person, so I decided that it would just be easier for me to just take over that room and use it for my own purposes.
Nice.
Which, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be more expensive for me, obviously, but like I can do it. I just have to, you know, get off my ass more and actually do some work. And now that live events are going to be coming back soon, that should mean that my venue job should start picking up and kind of really start getting into the swing of things by the time the fall comes around. Which is good because that's when my student loans are going to start coming back. So
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that.
fun. Also means I gotta whore myself out a little bit more for, you know, real jobs. Or, better jobs, I should say.
Yeah. I have to work for money. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
right.
I know what you mean. Yeah, right now I'm talking to a couple places. Hopefully one of them will pan out. We'll see.
Ooh. And then you'll let me know, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. I am going to Siberia. Therefore, goodbye.
Oh, never mind. I know there was a part of me that had considered, like, moving home. But, nah. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
especially because, like, depending on what you call home, it really ain't that much of an upgrade in certain ways, or it's a downgrade in a lot of ways. But anyway, what you drinking tonight? That is a goblet.
This time I went ahead and just dug out one I had before. I don't know if you remember this one, the Hardywood Hoax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been sitting.
That's a good one.
Been sitting in the fridge for a little bit.
I think I'm having a repeat India Pale Ale by Lagunitas.
Oh, there you go.
Straightforward, simple.
Old
the
school.
job. Yep. And I'm building a shit ton of Phobos Marines tonight.
Ah,
Yeah. For my
Yeah.
project this time, instead of
there you go.
doing other people's shit.
Self-care,
So
kind
yeah,
of.
I don't know what that is.
But also on that note, this week should be the last time that you see me in the closet here, because I will be
It's trapped in the closet.
in my little, in my own little office. It
Then
probably
we're
won't.
gonna play Art. We're gonna play R. Kelly next episode.
Yeah, right. Coming out of the closet. Which means that what am I gonna say? I totally lost it. I still gotta figure out. Oh, and there goes my video.
Yeah, your audio's coming in though.
Oh, there we go. Oh, what the
There you go.
fuck?
Now you're up close and personal.
Yeah, how did I... Son of a bitch. How did we get the full screen thing to work last time? I don't even remember. Oh wait.
I don't remember either.
Hide self view? No, that's not it. See, gallery view. Stay. That wasn't it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, so yeah, now it's just the ass podcast, I guess today, but it's still number 52.
Hey,
Our
ain't
number
nothing wrong with
conventions
it.
are the same.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with mass.
Yeah. Anyways, the point being is I'm still not done up there. I still got to move some stuff around, including everything in here, of course. But yeah, that'll be in the future, and I mean we'll probably work out, doing like actual in-person shows, just so that the jokes hit better mostly.
Yeah.
And we could do shit ahead of time.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting switch. So we'll talk logistics offline. It may be that for the time being, we have to keep remote and you just get to look cool in your massive office, but we'll figure it out. We'll do it live. We'll play it by ear.
I mean, it won't be that cool, but it'll just be different. So,
hey, different is cool is different.
Yep. Let's see. What else did I have on my mind? This is what notes are for. Oh yeah. Did I ever tell you about that time I saw an alien downtown?
You saw an alien downtown?
Yeah, a while back. Dude,
Yeah,
I was
talking illegal, or we get super Republican just now, or
nah. Very interstellar illegal. No, I used to take a fit class downtown there, like right in the Metro Center area, and that was back when I was still taking the subway. And yeah, I got off the 7th Street subway, and I start hearing like a saxophone playing, and I didn't recognize it at first, and then I realized it was the X-Files theme. Yeah, like the
yeah.
And then I see like kind of over there by the Walgreens and that shit, there's some dude on one of those the hoverboard things, wearing like a full like sparkly black cloak and a big ass alien head. But I guess they had a mouthpiece and he had a saxophone. You just kind of
That is amazing.
Yeah, he's just wheeling around all over that whole area, just. And of course,
dude,
now,
there are so many great moments where it's just like random people who are being weird are just the best thing ever. Like, I don't know if I mentioned him on the show already, but Recorder Man, who drives around Pasadena and South Pasadena, just blaring rock music, like whatever's on the radio, and he's like playing along on his recorder, just like going nuts. He's like, woo, 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 and like, he's actually pretty good, but it's just, he looks crazy as hell. He's just bonkers.
I remember we did have one set of shows at my venue where, like, outside the VIP entrance where I normally worked, there was like some bum who he had his pickup on the corner. It's like, one of those all trashy,
Yeah,
and all that stuff. But he was playing. I guess he had like his guitar and amp was hooked up to his car. And he was just playing guitar out of that. Well, I guess
bussin'?
but I guess he didn't realize that car batteries only last so long.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the next day there was just an old car sitting there, and then the day after that it was just the truck bed sitting on the side.
Just the truck bed?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But,
it could be it wasn't his car. He just was like, oh sweet, this car's open, I'm just gonna plug my crap into it and start playing.
There is
that'd be kind of a funny story too.
There is that. which is why when I'm working my delivery stuff, well, okay, yeah, kind of sidebar. I actually, yeah, I don't know if you saw that story. I think it was New York, where like a couple of like 15-year-old girls like stole somebody's car, and yeah, he died.
Dude, I think I did hear. No, I'm thinking of something else. Wait, so 2 15-year-old girls stole a guy's car and he died in the process?
Yeah, so it was like a Uber Eats type of situation. They just jumped in because yeah, they just jumped in, and of course he tried to stop them.
Yeah.
One of them tased him while he was still grabbing onto the car. So obviously you clench up, and the other one just like took off, and they like hit everything going down the road and flipped at the end, and which is the point I was getting at, which is why I always take my keys out of the car and turn the engine off and lock the door.
Yep.
Every single time.
I do that just almost anywhere. The only even today, I was just dropping a propane tank off for my brother, and it was really just like boop boop, and like I did that for 2 seconds. But before I did, I didn't turn the car off. It was like one of the few times I didn't. But I literally stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody within 6 feet. I made sure the passenger side was unlocked, so if I needed to sprint back, I could at least get in that way. And then I proceeded to do that. And I was, only got from the car for 3 seconds. But I thought of that exact kind of scenario. I was like, oh, someone tries to run up and take the car. Like, no, not on my watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I always see it too whenever I'm like even out working or just out in general. I'll always see somebody, they'll like, just park and they'll just get out in the middle of the street, get out of the car and go do whatever. And like the I still got like the foreigner part of me. It was like, oh, somebody just left the car. Is anybody else gonna grab it? What's going on here?
Yeah. Somebody get dibs.
Yeah, right. And especially if they're going up to like an apartment building or something like that, because they got to go like upstairs, find the person's room or whatever. That's who knows how long.
Yeah, and there's just cars just chilling there. Like hell no, that's ridiculous. Would never do that. Ever.
It's stupid.
Ugh.
I
swear, man.
Yeah. I guess that probably has something to do with I don't know, but then again, like I also worked for my car too. I guess if you're just like on daddy's dime.
Yeah, if you've got a couple extra cars, one gets stolen, it's not the end. You could just use your other car. I mean, it might be sooner than you wanted. Maybe you hadn't got a chance to watch that one yet, but I mean, totally relatable, understandable experience. Oh man,
what else did that remind me of? I think I already I think I did tell you before about how like if I ever managed to get filthy rich, I kind of want to have just like a really junky old beat up car, and that would be like my I didn't see you there car. Yeah,
you cover.
Run into shit like people trying to cut you off. Whoops.
You gave me that one before. That one was pretty good.
Let's see, what was I gonna say that reminds me of oh yeah, so speaking of cars, I've kind of sort of started writing jokes again because stuff is starting to open up. I did find out about this one lady had started who I didn't know her at all, but she's been hosting like some open mic stuff kind of around town. One of which is kind of nearby here, or nearby me.
Nair hair.
Yeah.
But nair hair.
Nair hair.
Don't you know?
Hurrah. Yeah, just kind of over on Ventura, but I haven't quite gotten to that. And then the but the one like real actual club in North Hollywood, the Haha, finally opened up, and I went to their little grand opening show.
Oh, nice.
Which I'd never actually been there before, mainly because Their open mic is pay to play. It's like $5 to sign up.
Hmm.
But it's free beer before 5 if you're signed up. So there is that.
That's not bad. You know, go in, get a couple licks in.
Yeah. But the point being is I do remember seeing that, or one premise that I was kind of thinking of is how like anytime I go make deliveries and stuff like that, you know, you drive by like houses that are either like a big Mexican family or just like a bunch of Armenians and their boys and all that stuff, and they somehow got like 5 or 6 cars crammed onto like one driveway. That's anxiety inducing, you know?
Yeah, I see that all the time in Alhambra when we're going to visit my my in-laws. Like we'll drive by like, and you know, a bunch of different houses, and it's like yeah, I'll see that. It's like you've got a used car lot in your driveway,
Yeah,
sir. Like one of them is barely just hitting the ye old curb there.
Oh yeah. Or if I end up in like kind of more South LA, every once in a while you'll start getting on the streets where people are just double parked on the street,
Yeah.
and it's like whatever, because there's no cops or anything out there. Not really. I guess. I don't know. But it's also kind of sad, you know, when you go through those areas, like you do kind of see the effects of you know, I guess like poverty and stuff like that, because like every house is, you know, either fenced in or got the bars on the windows or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And like every building too, or every park and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's always like one of those things you look at it and you're like, man, like how do we fucking let this shit get to this, you know? It's like how is it that like anyone saw the future effects of this or the current effects of this and is like, yeah, it's fine. And I know there's that like whole like ivory tower you think where like the people who have the power to change it are just so removed or they just literally don't give a shit. But it's still it just like I feel like people who are greedy are like, or people who are corrupt, it's also like a level of impatience. It's like, oh, I want all this awesome stuff now, and it's like, well, if you waited a little longer, if you invested a little more, like you could actually help people, but also become super rich. You know, it's like, I don't know. I'm just such a great person and a virtuous soul that I just can't understand how those people operate. So I just don't even know. You know, it's just, you know, but in all honesty, yeah, it's just. You look at it and you're like, as like a simple regular person, right? You're like, what can I can't do anything, you know? Like, you know, sure, there was no election fraud, but it's not like your vote matters, you know? It's like.
Well, I mean that just kind of goes back to education, really.
That could be it, yeah.
Because I mean, like anybody who's, you know, kind of below the upper class line, a lot of times, like, doesn't have the know-how to, you know, figure out how to make money for themselves.
Yeah,
like, I mean, yeah,
they're not empowered to like do better, or like give themselves a better scenario, or work, or know how to. Because like a lot of people are willing to work, but sometimes like you could spend 5-6 years doing something that just does not pan out, and it's like if you had thought about it maybe a little differently or had different advice, you would have just been like, oh shit, and like it could have completely changed what you did, you know?
Yeah, like I mean, if I I wish I thought of doing the Postmates thing, you know. Well, actually I did think about it, but I wish I'd had a better understanding of how it worked, you know, years ago. I definitely would have been making a lot more money, and also, you know, kind of had a better whatchamacallit, more time to understand, like, you know, how investing and stuff like that worked.
Yeah, financial literacy. We've talked about that before.
And then of course also kind of, you know, above the upper class median, you know, you have people who don't really understand how or the effects of really helping other people.
Right. Or like you get these bad policies which are touted as like, oh, this is good for everybody, or like, oh, this is protecting you, and it's really not. It's like that meme where it's like, you know, lower to bottom class rednecks will freak out if you tell them that you're going to tax billionaires,
Yeah.
because the whole idea is that it's been positioned to confuse with what they truly believe in, right? Which is like, hey, we shouldn't tax people. It's like, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, taxes suck. I don't think half of the people that pay them should pay them, but I think there's a very specific population that should be paying taxes that aren't,
Yeah.
or at least the right kind of taxes, because it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, no, Jeff Bezos didn't pay anything in taxes. Well, yeah, but that's because he also did a ton of other shit to make sure he didn't, or is spending gobs of like, nobody talks like, oh, he made this much money. It's like, well, how much did he lose? How much did he spend? What was his expense wrap, man? Like, that had to have been pretty terrible for him to not have to pay taxes by the strict definition of that term. Not to defend the guy. It's just like, there's always somebody who says the story, and that's part of it too. Is like you're saying, it's education. It's being able to take the thing you're being told and like turn it around and be like, what are all these angles and shit?
Yeah. I mean, what's like that old?
Can you hear my kid in the back, or just checking?
Just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It happens.
Yeah, he's been rough recently.
Kids happen.
Kids happen. Well, not necessarily. they kind of happen. It's a bit of planning that goes involved.
When they happen, they happen.
They happen.
But I was gonna say, yeah. What's that old saying about capitalism? Is just billionaires, billionaires telling millionaires. No, billionaires. I forgot. It's gone. So it goes down the whole steps.
Yeah.
It's like billionaires telling millionaires to convince the middle class that the poor
lower
are coming
classes
for the jobs.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember.
That's completely true. I completely agree with that.
So, something along those lines.
Makes sense to little old me.
Let's see. I had another point along those lines, but it's gone. I mean, yeah. That's pretty much. And also, like to this point too, like other countries, like European countries, for example, they've kind of figured it out in a way.
Yeah, I mean, right. And they've traded out for it, right? And that's another thing too, is like people will look at it and be like, oh, we can't use them as an example. They suck at X, Y, and Z, which we really, really like. And it's like, yeah, sure, but that doesn't mean we can't take what they did right, like, and incorporate it.
I mean, that too, and I think one thing that a lot of people don't really understand is that, like, no single, it is impossible for, like, one single person or one single school of thought to be correct.
Or 100% have all of the answers to all the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at some point, like, yeah, if you're just like, I follow everything that, like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk says, at some point they're going to be dead wrong and it's going to completely fuck you over.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for example, I really like a lot of what Elon Musk believes and stands for. And then there's like 30% of what he does where I'm like, don't at me, dude. Like, I don't want to be part of that noise. That's where you lost me, man. But that doesn't mean I hate everything about him. It doesn't mean he doesn't have good ideas. Like, he had some things to say about coronavirus that a lot of people didn't like, and they were like, oh man, we really like you, now I can't. It's like, no, dude, it's like, just because you said something you disagree with about one current event thing, right? Like, doesn't mean you have to completely write the fucker off. I mean, now, if that one thing was, I believe all people should die, well then yeah, maybe you could write them off.
Yeah.
Or like, watch out for the Jews, like that. Like, okay, whoa, like, calm down there. Like, that's pretty rough. Disclaimer: he did not say either of those things.
Dude, you know what's funny is I remember back when we had the first like semi reopening around here last year.
Oh yeah, that brief glimpse of hope.
Yeah, I remember me and my roommate, or a couple of my roommates, went out where we went down to Manhattan Beach, and like on the way there, like right when you cross the OC line, there's like some overpass, and there's a bunch of people with like a huge blanket hung over, and it just had like spray painted on "The Jews Want a Race War." It's like, all right, I see you've gotten your gotten your degree there.
Orange County exists to remind the rest of the state, aside from Northern California, that not everybody in
That the
California
South
is a
will
liberal.
fucking rise again.
The South will rise. That's pretty fucking funny. I mean, but yeah, like the only time I've ever seen pro-Trump stuff, like for example, was in Orange County, and I don't lean either way. I hate everything,
Yeah.
but like that was just consistently true for me. It was always Orange County where you would see that.
You know, I was actually surprised whenever I remember early on, kind of I don't remember. I think it was like last summer. Just whenever I was working around in like the Beverly Hills, Holmby Hills area. There, I did see one house up in the hills that had just like massive Trump flags all over. It's like, yeah.
Well, because you're gonna get those fringe people, right? Who are just like, yeah, I'm the different guy of my group. You know, ooh, yeah, that makes sense. I could see that.
It might have been like a business owner, too, or something
Maybe.
like that. That tends to happen.
Yeah. I wonder, does he sell pillows?
Maybe. Maybe. I think that guy's more of an East Coast guy. Oh, I'm not sure.
Fellas, I gotta ask: are pillows racist now? Are pillows politically charged now?
Just some.
Just some. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Just checking.
Actually, speaking of racist business owners, I don't know if you saw the. I don't know if you've seen like the whole bullshit that happened with Papa John.
No, I didn't.
Papa John's. Well, because he got let go, or his he was removed
From the board?
Yeah, because like he just couldn't stop saying the N-word in like a closed meeting or some shit like
you
that.
had one job, man.
Yeah.
God.
And yeah, so he's just been kind of languishing for ever since then. This was a while ago too. I want to say like a couple years ago almost.
See, now that it's starting to sound a little familiar, yeah.
Yeah, and
I could just see the disappointed call from Peyton Manning, like, bro, I thought you were a wholesome family company. I'm a wholesome person.
Listen,
like,
you fucking N-word.
Peyton Manning, like probably like the most like innocent person that's in media, which is either completely true or it's a hideous front to how horrible he really is. There's no in between. He's just a super nice guy or actually Satan, like one of the two.
But no, because I remember I did see on some other podcasts I was listening to. Apparently, like even now, like came out with the statement like, yeah, I've been working hard to remove the N-word from my vocabulary. Like it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing that's like an exercise.
Yeah.
That should just be like no. Like the only way you could have gotten out of that has been like, bros, I had just watched a blaxploitation film and taken a ton of LSD, and I had no idea who I was quoting the movie to. Like that's the only way you get away with that defense. And people are like, all right, well, one more slip up, we'll get the board to kick your ass.
Well, I mean, he's already out anyway, so.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general, it's like, yeah, you just can't do that shit.
And I'm pretty sure he's still making money from, because he's still like the owner.
Well, yeah, he still owns. They can't divest him of shares, but they can take away, certain rights. And probably at that point too, had they actually like kicked him out completely, like he still would have gotten money for his shares,
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna write a morality clause where it's like, you do the wrong thing, you lose everything. Like, no, because mistakes happen and people get screwed. Chrono, but
well, something you said reminded me. Oh yeah. Speaking of writing people off, I was surprised that well,
Friends.
technically, yeah, right. Well, no, I was gonna say technically, California kind of wrote off Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, well,
Which
because they
is,
told
yeah.
I mean, they told him, oh yeah, if you do this, you're gonna get arrested and have all your people. And he's like, fine, arrest me. I don't give a shit. Like, this is what's happening. And now he's moving all of his stuff, and that's why in California realized that they're going insanely bankrupt. And they're like, but wait, no taxable income. No, wait, stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Don't
yeah,
do it.
and that's the thing that, like,
No, senpai.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I know that's one kind of misgiving that a lot of people have around here. You know, if they're gonna, to quote other people, they're gonna say fuck you to Elon Musk. They're gonna say fuck you to me too.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
Oh yeah. There's no protection. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next few years, at least here.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. No. I still think, regardless of where you stand on, everything, I think Newsom just got to freaking go. That guy's a piece of shit.
yeah, just go home and be rich and worthless.
I love it too how it was like in the California stimulus packages, like his sister's company was one of the companies that didn't need money but received several $1 million.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it was like, oh no, he's not like involved with them at all. And then you go to the company website, it's a winery, and he's literally on the front page as one of the advisors and members of the board, and he's like sipping wine. Northern California was one of the most lax of all the state because that's where he lives. And it's very much the not me. And it's like, people can see that, dude. Like, people can see that, right?
It's like, what?
What?
I think and plus just the like the overall distribution was of like stimulus or what is it, PPE loans are just all fucked up. Yeah, like I remember one of the articles I had on one of my early episodes was, I guess, like the what you call it, those banana stands, the Bluth's bananas.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever. like one of them received like $1 billion.
That's fantastic.
Or something insane like that. Just, yeah. Like the stand itself, not the actual overall parent company. Just like, oh, it's them. All right, yeah, there you go.
That's one of those things where it's like, I would check quickly with a lawyer and as the employer or manager of that banana stand and be like, so how much of this am I allowed to keep right now? I'll give you 5%.
Which is still ridiculous.
It's still a shit ton of money. It's like, what, $500,000? No. That's just, I think, my math's off, but yeah.
Let's find out.
I think it's 50. It's either 50 or 500. I'm doing the wrong decimal.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
It's 500.
Oh, my calculator only goes up to 100 million. Cool.
Fuck me. Trying to get. I forgot my shit was plugged in.
5.
Damn it. I got a mess.
Okay, well, 5% of 100,000 is, or 100 million is 5 million. So.
Wait. Okay, now I'm really an
idiot. It's gonna be up there.
$1 billion times 0.05. Wait. God. We did. If you're listening, you didn't sign up to us because we're smart. Yeah, that's 5 million. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking moron. It's one of those things I was like doing the zeros in my head, and I was like, duh.
It's more zeros than you need.
I need all the zeros.
Yeah.
I just need all the zeros.
It's like, all right, we'll give you a bunch of zeros and no other numbers.
No.
Are you listening to this show and thinking, man, I'd like to start a podcast, but I don't even know where to start? Well, Buzzsprout has the answers for you. Buzzsprout is a podcast hosting service that provides a number of valuable resources to help you on your podcasting career path. For one, Buzzsprout offers indefinite hosting of all your episodes and allows you to host as much material as you want, depending on the type of subscription that you opt for. Buzzsprout also provides a means for getting your show hosted to every major podcasting platforms such as iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. In addition, Buzzsprout also provides various means to get your show monetized through various sponsorship and affiliate programs, links to other paid hosting platforms such as Patreon and YouTube, and your own personal newsroom to learn all the tips and tricks for optimizing your podcast for the greatest return on your investment. If you're hearing all this and you're still interested, you can go to my link below and receive an Amazon gift card for starting a podcast hosting subscription that you'll receive on the second billing period of your podcast journey. Everyone has something to share, and there's no time like the present. Join Buzzsprout today. I think I also remember hearing that I think Newsom is like third generation as far as people in control of California.
Oh yeah. Well, and his aunt
From
is
what I
Nancy
understand.
Pelosi.
Oh, okay. Well, there's that.
Well, there you friggin' go.
There it is.
There you have it, folks.
Let's see. Speaking of other things that are not going to be a thing anymore, I don't know if you saw about how people have been like now some kids tried to cancel Eminem.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
over his album, and like everyone's like, it's Generation Z, and there's memes of like, dear millennials, Gen X, and Boomers, we are most of Gen Z. No, we're not. Love Gen Z.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of kids looking for TikTok internet points.
That, and I had also seen an article they tried to do the same thing with Mark Wahlberg
You can't cancel Mark
from
Wahlberg.
back in his early pseudo gangbanger days.
Dude, Marky Mark and the Monkey Bunch
Yeah.
is an American staple. It's what we show to people when they think about joining this country. And if they can handle that, along with a couple other choice media releases, then they're good. They're ready to handle the rest of the bullcrap that they're about to experience.
Yeah. Plus it's old news too. I mean, it's already been dealt
It's
with.
fine. Yeah.
Honestly.
It's not like it's not like a court of law where it's like, I have new evidence. We could bring this out. Like, no, this is long dead and gone.
Like, oh, welcome to 1980 whatever. Or something like that.
1984?
Yeah. A while ago.
Some time ago with like a big uncle or something or whatever.
It's Boston, who cares?
Yeah. Park the car. Shut the fuck up.
Let's see. Oh, speaking of drinks. Have you ever had that screwball whiskey stuff yet?
Oh, the peanut butter one? No, I haven't.
Yeah. So apparently they're making an ice cream now
See,
with
like
alcohol.
oh, but like, is it gonna have enough alcohol? Because I've heard that I think before, and it's like, but really though,
If you eat a nice ice cream.
I mean, oh, okay, so I could be bloated and just absolutely hungover the next day.
I mean, well, you know, you're not, a basic bitch who just got broken up with, so
You know what?
you wouldn't know.
You don't know my life. How dare you?
I know that you specifically probably wouldn't do well with a whole tub of ice cream.
Yes, the whole lactose part usually probably.
You'd be like the fucking fat guy in Monty Python.
Oh God!
Explode.
Just explode. Oh my God! Yeah, no, I would not have a good time.
I need
That
a
would be
napkin.
bad. That would be some bad news bears for me.
But no, that stuff is pretty good. Especially, I don't know the mix, but I know you can make like a peanut butter and jelly drink with it.
Okay.
That's pretty good. But actually,
All right. I'm down to clown on that. Where'd that piece go?
let's see what it actually is. Okay. Screwball, PB&J. Where is it? Where is it? Jump to recipe. Okay, I don't need to know everything about it.
Yes, you do.
Ingredients. Maybe. Peanut butter whiskey and Chambord liquor. That's it. Or Chambord.
I'm bored.
I don't know how it's pronounced. Yeah, it's that one that comes in like the round miter looking thing. Like the round glass
Like a globe.
liqueur. Yeah.
Okay, I think
Looks
I've
like a
seen that
globe.
one.
Yeah, it's like the one that you see on the top shelf, but you've never actually had before.
Because it's like
Yeah.
I only got so much to work with right now on my bank card, so
See the way my bank account works is no.
I currently have zero money.
Although now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure you can do it with something else similar. Because I know when I had it, the houses I was at, they didn't have Chambord at all. So, but whatever.
Whereas,
Actually, speaking of a liquor that you don't normally have, I was surprised that Hypnotic is still a thing.
I don't think
Apparently.
I've never had it in my time. I've never had it. And I know for some people that's like
yeah.
shocking, probably.
I know I've definitely like sipped it before, but I barely remember it. Mostly
It was
because
Hypnotic.
yeah, I'm not a basic white bitch, so I wouldn't really know. But no, I don't know if I remember I told you the story, but I remember I also used to take a fitness class downtown, or not downtown, Santa Monica, and they
I
had
was about to say, like, is this the
Yeah.
episode where we discover you have Alzheimer's? Because you were literally just telling the story.
Haha, nice to meet you. No.
Oh, Carson, no.
That would actually be kind of a cool idea. Just a podcast. Somebody has Alzheimer's, but then like every episode would be the fucking same thing.
But that's the thing.
I did what?
Yeah. It's always the introduction episode. We kind of did an idea about this similar before, where it was like, what if every episode was the first episode of a podcast series, but you never experienced any of the other episodes? So it's like a whole series of podcasts first, ranging from serious to completely ridiculous topics. I think we talked about that before. I know we have. Like, I think it was like 4 episodes back we talked about that. Check the tape.
I believe it. But no, there used to be a burger place there on Main Street, kind of in like that between Santa Monica and Venice area.
Okay.
And their centerpiece up on the bar wall was a couple of bottles of Hypnotic. I'm like, this is still around. and they still have like an Instagram page or whatever too, I guess. Although I haven't seen anything from them, and I saw like one post and I was like, oh, I gotta follow this, and then nothing. So
it was a massive disappointment. Your day was ruined.
Yeah. That really. I think it'd be worse if it was just like ad after ad after ad after ad. But actually, now I'm curious. I want to see if there's still a thing. Hip. Hypnotic, are you there?
It's me, God.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess not.
And it's gone.
Yep. Also, speaking of ads, now I can't make Instagram ads anymore either. It's bullshit.
What happened?
I think it's just because like they're connected with the Facebook thing, and then that kind of
that shit's all janky.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
It is. So I mean, yeah, which means I gotta kind of lean into the stand-up thing again more, because that's gonna be one of the only ways that I actually can reach.
One of the only ways I can reach real people. Yeah, no, I think that's the best way to get any kind of following, really.
You just got to do it in person.
Yeah, I think people get a better impression of it, right? I mean, you I don't think you really had a choice with the whole global pandemic to wait to just do the podcast second. Not. Yeah. But I think it's good. I still think it was a good idea you did it. At the very least, to get your chops up, start practicing, working on material, like holding conversation back and forth, because even as a solo talker, you'll benefit, I think, from the whole having a conversation. Because let's put it this way, I could actually have an out loud conversation with myself. Probably, I'm pretty sure I have, because I've gone insane. But to that end, it also helps you keep pace just in your own head of like, okay, how do I keep this rhythm going, So, you're doing good, kid. You're doing good. I think you got it.
Well, doing what I can at least. But, yeah. We'll figure it out. Just means I mean, I guess, they also don't want my money either. So, that's their...
Just like the weirdest thing, right? I mean,
that's their problem.
And it's not like this... It's not like this, oh, we don't want money from rapists and serial killers, mentality. It's literally just a guy trying to promote a YouTube show. Who cares? Come on, just let me pay you.
Yeah.
I am literally your target sucker audience.
Exactly. And I mean, apparently in my case too, it's not even... Well, because it's all just algorithm bullshit, because, they're a private company and they're too lazy to do their own work.
Right, or everything's automated, and therefore, by virtue of that, it's not ever going to hit the right numbers, or not the right numbers, the right information
prerequisites
for automation, or for the information to not deem you like a threat, or whatever it is that they're flagging you as.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always do pseudo ads, right? But then that also just suffers from the problem of you're not able to push it to a bunch of people by yourself.
Yeah, so I can't I mean the only thing I really lose is I can't get, my post to show up on somebody's timeline that doesn't otherwise have anything to do with me.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can really do is I got the hashtags in there, and then just if somebody happens to people who happen to look up
that hashtag.
Yeah, that specific one. Whatever. But
just do hashtag whatever's the most important topic of that day, regardless of whether or not you're covering it. Hashtag
hashtag Trump. Yeah.
Trump. I feel like that one's a little outdated at this point, but your head's in
Is
the
it
right
though?
place. Yeah. Oh, you heard it here, folks.
Yeah, that's always gonna be a thing, kind of,
I saw
one way or
I saw
another.
I saw somebody on CNN who's like literally my age or our age, or something like that, and he's like a reporter for CNN, and he's talking about how unironically, like saying how it's been so exhausting working for a major media news currently because now that Trump's gone, it's really hard to find anything to report on.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's like
good. Yeah,
you first off, that's good. Second off, you put him there, right? And and yes, I'm talking to CNN. You put him there, right?
yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh yeah. Every news program is hurting now.
Oh, it makes me so
Because
happy.
yeah, they don't have that shit to talk about.
My dream scenario of like how we could reset the entire like country is like, and
Take off and nuke the site from orbit. No.
yeah, exactly. And then just yeet. No,
Yeah.
no. And this is the non-violent approach. Is everyone in government over the age of 45 has a near-death experience and then turns to God and joins a cult, a monastery, whatever their preferred way of life. I'll let them do that, but they just leave. So get rid of everybody over a certain age in politics, just gone. And then you get, what was it? Then Fox News, CNN, every major news outlet that is on a for-profit model just collapses, and then the new government makes for-profit model news illegal. Then Elon Musk finishes his cloning experiments. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so like, and then actually, honestly, and then the major airlines and the internet companies go bankrupt and are taken over by multiple newer companies that are run by Gen Xers, millennials, Zoomers that actually have the customer in mind and not extortion and government subsidies. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
There you go.
Please buy my $300 book. It hasn't been written yet. It's just on pre-order, but trust me, you can buy it. I'll send it to you. I totally will, and I'm totally not going to keep charging your card without your knowledge. Just totally not a big deal. Don't even worry, Dad.
And if you don't like to read, just get a $300 ticket to your next speech.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, I'm actually charging you right now. By clicking the link, you agreed to let me hack your computer and take your bank account information. I didn't do that.
Dude, I actually worked one of those kind of events. It was like a financial speaker
Really?
event. Oh yeah, dude.
Was it total bullcrap, or did the guy actually have some good stuff to say?
Well, it was like a bunch of speakers, right?
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like for the most part, literally like the most flamboyant fucking douchebags ever. Of course.
Yeah.
Like I think like
dressed to the nines.
Oh yeah, but well no, like there was like a few kind of thuggish looking ones. There was one guy that he looked like you almost, but with like those bullshit spiky sneakers.
Oh God.
And just like all leather. It was bad.
Wait, maybe that was me. No, I'm just kidding.
You wish. He's like, yeah, I think I might buy like a house out here and then like a house out in New York.
Oh, he's like
Something
a total bro type.
Like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, also, empty your pockets into the bin.
Yeah.
Just this shit's still the same. I don't work for you.
Yeah. Also, I don't care about you. Shut up, please die.
Yeah. But no, actually no. And the worst was like, because obviously all these people, all the speakers would bring people with them, right? You know, like their disciples,
entourage,
or whatever.
hangers-on, followers.
Yeah. Dude, I still remember one guy because I was for that event I was working the artist entrance, which is you know where they come in, and well, where all artists usually come in, and I would have to check them. And then luckily for that event, I also had a couple of like their own people who did like the actual check-ins, just so I wasn't having, randoms walking up on me and be like, "Hey, I'm supposed to be here."
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, I don't actually handle, credential lists, so fuck off.
Yeah.
No, normally they do that in like the box office, but they did that here in this case. But what was I gonna say? I remember I had like one, just kind of like entourage guy, talk to me a little bit, and I think he ended up saying like I was, or he asked me like, oh, so are you just kind of out here for the whole night? I'm like, yeah, it's normal. I mean, we're security. We're normally outside, especially for special events, right?
Mm.
And I think he said something to the effect like, oh man, you're really missing out. You gotta check out some of these speeches. You really figure out how to make money. I wanted to be like, bro, you're a follower. Fuck off. It's like, you're not making, you're getting like some scraps of information, making a bit of money.
I know. That's why I like,
are you the guy who holds the umbrella? Get out of here.
yeah, seriously. That's why like I'm like people who offer like life coaching, right? Or like financial advice, and it's like popularized where it's like accessible to lots of people. Those are the people I don't believe. I treat them almost the same way that I treat like televangelists. It's like, if you're mass marketing this thing to a bunch of people, then either literally is no one smart enough to understand you, or you're taking advantage of everybody. Like, I just get this distrustful thing. Like, real professional life coaches are not like the kind of people who like I feel like would write books, because that's a cash grab. They're like trying to get easy money, right? It's like, no, they hear success should actually be like, oh yeah, I have several very rich clients who pay me for my advice, and I can make a living off of that, and that's it. That's good enough for me. Like, I don't need to I don't need to scrape from the middle to lower class out of their optimism and hope and free income of, here's how you make the money, kids. Blah, like, I don't know. I just get super distrustful of it.
You don't want to be the what was it, the get rich quick dad or whatever it was.
It was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Now, and that one is supposed to be actually good, because it's more about common sense approach than it is about getting rich. And it's not, so it's like, it doesn't say like, oh, get rich. It's not like here's how you get rich. It's more like, here's how you not like make dumb financial decisions and actually feel like you have money. I'm not gonna make you a millionaire. I'm just gonna make you a little more comfortable with yourself. Also not an idiot. I mean, as far as I know, I've never read the book.
Shelf back there.
No, it's sitting in my Amazon wish list for like the last 3 years.
There you go. You're gonna wait.
The irony is, I can't afford it. Huh?
Well, I mean, at the same time, there's nothing wrong with writing a book about whatever you want either.
No, there's nothing wrong, and it's a free country, and you know what? Like, do whatever you want. It's just I'm expressing my opinion, which is simply that I just feel like people who globally sell like, here's how you become a millionaire, or like, here's how you change the world, or this or that, and it's this long infomercial about themselves where it feels like there's very little substantive content and a lot of build. It's like, you, sir, do you also sell snake oil? Because I will buy it.
Well, I mean, we do have the problem where we're very rapidly becoming a country that doesn't actually make anything.
Yeah, that's bad.
Just bullshit.
Yeah, that's really not good for this thing. Like, what is it? I learned at school, it's called the GDP. You know, the gross domestic product. You know, it's where we, make money, by selling things.
No, you can, sell NFTs or some bullshit.
That whole thing, man. The fact once I saw like, oh yeah, crypto. Like, what is it? Snoop Dogg's releasing an NFT token today. Blah blah. I was like, I don't care if in 40 years I regret having made terrible decisions with crypto. That is one where I'm like, I have no idea how
Staying
that
out of
shit.
it. Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't understand any of that shit, and I don't even have anywhere close to the money to even take advantage of that kind of noise. Like, nope. But hey, good on Snoop Dogg for probably making $7 million for recording a song that everyone can still listen to, but only one person technically owns. Like, good on you, dog.
Well, apparently there's apparently there's an app now that you can.
Sorry, Mr. Dog. I should have said Mr. Dog.
Mr. Dog. Apparently there's an app now where, I don't know, like if you can just join or you get invited to, like you can actually make your own NFTs if you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah, making your own NFT is actually really not that difficult. I mean, essentially you're just taking any kind of art or media that you've made and adding it to a blockchain. And that second part is the hard part, and that's probably what the app does. It's just like, take whatever it is you did and upload it and add a description. But at the end of the day, it really just, like, so anybody can do that, but it really just depends on who has the money that wants to spend it on this, and is what you made actually good enough, right? Like, everyone talks about that like $60 million NFT token that was sold for that piece of art, but like, that art was good and good enough to like attract some rich digital investor who probably thought it was really cool to buy it, or it traded hands enough where its value got driven up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was it? Shit. Yeah, I saw the app, but I don't remember. What the fuck was it? It was like Bit something. Not Bitcoin, not Coinbase.
BitHopper?
No, it wasn't that. It was something stupid.
Oh, okay.
And I think it literally bases the value off of like how many followers that you have in the app. Or something along those lines. So you could
Strange.
Yeah. It's all made up and it's all bullshit. That's all I know about it.
Welcome to Who's Line, where everything's made up and everything's bullshit.
Yeah. Let's see. What's that? Oh, speaking of Instagram, that's another one I had. I don't know how deep you get, but you ever get into like the whenever you go into like your whatchamacallit, like your search type of things, and then do you ever get like the food Instagrams pop up?
You mean like basically the feeds that are just purely about showing food?
Yeah,
but they're not advertisements.
No, like the big time chefs, especially the foreign ones.
No, I actually have not experienced that, but I know that my ex-roommate probably experiences that every day. Especially because he's one of those people that just is like, he has a really healthy diet and like he's pretty good at taking care of himself now, and he just punishes himself by like he's like a masochist. He just like watches the Food Network or cooking shows, and like he could eat like crazy, but he doesn't, and he's super in shape, and he just does this to just punish himself. And I'm like, I do not understand you at all.
Well, no, there's some good ones out there. Like, I mean, obviously you get the Salt Bay guy.
Oh yeah,
all
Salt
over
Bay.
the place. Yeah, he's got his
or
which
binging with Babish. He's the guy who's always super smiley, and he's like doing
Oh,
like tons
yeah,
of
yeah,
huge
yeah,
food projects. That guy, I love that guy.
His yeah, where it's just all like massive stuff.
And he does like, and like, well, in the beginning too, he did all these like cooking recipes where he would make the grill out of the earth, or he would show you how to make the stone, and then he'd cook it. because like apparently that was part of the cooking process because to get the certain kind of a flavor. Oh, I loved watching that guy cook.
Oh yeah, I mean he still does that too, but he's a big time restaurant now in
Oh yeah.
Istanbul.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sure.
it was cznburak is what it's called, I believe, and I know he gets
Istanbul.
well, I mean he's big now, so he gets all the famous people. Like you see a lot of
Oh yeah.
what's his face? Who's the guy that shit.
I think he does a lot of charity work too. That was what I got from a lot of his more recent stuff. Which no, hey, good for him.
Oh yeah, probably. But actually no, the Salt Bay guy, I'm actually surprised that he doesn't have a restaurant out here in LA.
You know, probably
At
because
all.
he. I mean, I mean, it depends on where you are, right? But like even super successful, right, as a chef or as this or that, like a restaurant's a restaurant, man. Like it's such a hard thing to predict if it's gonna hit, you know. And you know, there's that statistic that 9 out of 10 fail, and even though 5 of those 9 are gonna last like 5 years, that's still 5 years. You know, that's a short period of time if you're gonna want to make this your living, your career, or you know, raise a family. It's like a tough thing, you know.
Well, I mean, I know he's got Manhattan and Miami, and I think
Right.
Paris, and I think Mykonos too. So like he's hit. If he wanted to open up here,
Probably could,
it
yeah,
would
for
work.
sure.
Yeah.
But there may be decisions about why he has not chosen to, or it could be like if he's gonna. What was did he have any U.S. locations? You said I totally missed it.
Manhattan, Miami.
Manhattan. So yeah, like I could
Yeah.
see him like doing Vegas. Like Vegas is like a good launch spot because you're not only getting the locals, you're getting tourists, and that means you're getting everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you could advertise for that a lot more effectively, probably.
Which actually he doesn't even have that either.
How do you mean?
Doesn't have Vegas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would see him doing Vegas over L.A. or Hollywood. Just
Nusret
hypothetically speaking
Steakhouse.
about this man that I barely know about.
Oh shit!
What's up?
Beverly Hills opens April 30th.
Well, you
First
win.
thing, Nusret Steakhouse. There you go. Speak of the fucking devil.
Well, slap my ass and call me Susie.
Good looking devil at that too. But
It's always this. It's always this. Like, it's no way. And then somebody immediately looks up and they're like, way. It's right here. It says way
Ooh.
right now. Damn it.
and just opened up in Dallas too. It looks like.
Oh wow. Good job, Salt Bay.
There you go.
What's his real name again?
I have no idea. I know the restaurant is Nusret.
Ah, okay.
Your locations. Okay, so yeah, Beverly Hills is coming up. Let's see, 17
So you
restaurants.
better get this party started.
What the fuck? Turkish chef, the internet's sexiest butcher. Sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go looking for comparisons. I feel like
Here
that's
we
a
go.
dark internet. That's a dark internet road you could go down.
Not really. It's just Instagram.
No, sexiest internet butchers.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Could be bad.
John Wayne Gacy pinup calendar.
Card the Betrayer.
Carn.
And of course the okay, here we go. Maybe. Dubai, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Istanbul, of course.
Constantinople.
Abu Dhabi.
Ooh, nice.
Oh shit, and the website just changed format, so I got lost again. Hold on, god damn it. Where is it? Bodrun Yalikavak Marina. No idea where that is. Maris, don't know where that is. Ankara Kava Klider. Doha, Miami, New York, Mykonos.
I've always wanted to go to Mykonos. God.
Oh, 2 in Istanbul. Okay.
Oh, damn. Not once, but twice, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's where you got to start at.
Nice. Which would make sense, actually, if there was a second one there. You know, if it was popular enough to be able to handle a second location, that could have been also enough launching pad where you decided to go international.
I think Istanbul is one of those like extremely big cities too.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Like I know like Mexico City dwarfs Los Angeles, if I remember right.
I can see that.
That doesn't,
I mean, because it's one of those cities that's been around a long time. You know, it's like it's been around forever. I mean, meanwhile, you know, we think New York's big, but it's like New York's only really been around for a couple hundred years. That's 10 generations of people. Like Paris has literally been around since like 600 as like a tribal city, and it's been around forever. You know, it's like, oh, first university ever, Paris. Like,
oh, is that right?
Pretty sure, you know, I think it's either Oxford or Paris has the oldest university in Europe.
Sounds about right.
90% sure. One of those two, and then it's followed by the other one. It has to be.
You know that extra. Oh, okay. First point. The reason I brought up the whole food thing is I did see one that was interesting. I did see one post where somebody cooked a fish with glass, molten glass.
Like on the glass?
No. So what they did is they had the raw fish, you know, they gut it, take out the bones and all that crap, and then you know, put it on a slab or whatever, and then pour liquid glass over the whole thing. Let it dry.
So they're covering the fish in
cover the fish in glass, let it dry, and then, you know, they would just crack it with a hammer or whatever. And whenever you peel it off, it would take the scales with it.
Yeah, and replace it with nice, tasty glass shards.
Well, no, because the scales are, well, I mean, it's a fish's skin; it's waterproof. So it would take the scales off, and then you would just have a nice cooked fish.
But yeah, but
and
I mean, you hit that glass wrong. I mean, I think technically there's an oven to heat glass, but like you hit that glass wrong, right? Like my first thought is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna swallow a piece of glass. It's gonna shred up my intestinal system because that guy hit it a little too hard and a fleck of glass shard went in. And I go to a doctor and they're never gonna find it because X-rays go right through it.
Well, I mean, they're not doing it with like a sledgehammer, just like a mallet, you know, just tap tap tap.
Dude, I barely dropped a glass from my hand on the table and it's shattered across the room like a grenade. I mean, I gotta like see this in action, you know.
That was pretty good. I think I saved it, but I know actually that does kind of remind me of I get the like those tubs of like the peanut butter filled pretzels every once in a while.
I freaking love those things.
Yeah, dude, I was in Target the other day picking one up, and I went to grab one, but the lid was a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Fucking dropped, and like I of course I was afraid that the whole thing was gonna break, right? But you know, it just lands, crack, and I pick it up, and like literally every fucking pretzel inside was just fucking shattered. Oops.
Check around for security camera for employees, and you're like, I'm out.
It's Target. They don't have security cameras. Not there anyway.
Not that Target.
Let's see. Shit, now I forgot what I was going to move on to. before that? What were we talking about before the glass fish?
Food, just in general. Salt Bay.
Fuck it. No.
Instagram deep dives. Me probably having to take off shortly.
Yeah, it's gone. But
just like my savings.
Hey, I'm not that unlucky yet, but we'll see. Still working on my future.
As we all are. You've got plenty of time for everything to fall apart around you. I mean, I believe in you.
Yes.
You'll have that cataclysmic collapse like the rest of us. I know it.
But no, I think I'll be fine. I'll just have to. Oh.
You remember?
I was saying, yeah. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. I remembered something. Yeah, no. Like I was saying, I had my vaccine last week.
Oh, nice.
And it was the one shot, actually.
Nice.
So I'm done. Free and clear as far as that goes. But yeah, no, I ended up having it over in down in Lincoln Park, kind of off of downtown. And
nice.
Yeah, it was a bit of a cattle call. And well, like I was saying before about, neighborhoods being all fenced off and stuff, like they have like, kind of like these nice old gazebos and stuff all over the park, which is where I was at. But of course, everything is like, now they have like shutter doors and fences around everything, like all stuff that was obviously, bolted in during the 90s and stuff like that. It was just kind of sad.
Yeah.
I guess, but no, so I had it Tuesday morning. Yeah. And then, yeah, I went and played a game against Quan. And this is also when we're trying to figure out, this whole bullshit with the room. So all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. Right. And then some other gig job that I was waiting for suddenly called me like, hey, can you come in tonight? Like, I'm trying to, well, I obviously Danny kicked my ass. Easily because, well, he's Danny and...
Well, he's also playing a super-powered army.
Yeah, just bullshit. Yeah, no, so then I ended up spending, like, almost the whole night in a fucking small little VFX studio. And that's when the chills and the fevers and all that bullshit started to kick in. So that was not fun.
Yeah.
At all. And I thought, because like they had the air conditioning on in there, and there was like a fan and stuff. I was like, oh, it's getting really cold in here. And it wasn't until later like, oh, this vaccine is fucking me up.
Oh no.
Really bad. And then but I got through my stuff, and then like the next day I literally just took like edibles throughout the whole day and slept because I was still just completely screwed up. But
yeah, I've heard it's for some people, for either one of the ones you get. Some people it knocks them on their ass. Some people it's just like, it wasn't too bad, my arm was sore, but no big deal. And it just goes back and forth for people. There's no right or wrong answer to it apparently.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah. That whole day just kind of sucked. But
yeah.
I know. At the same time, though, I made out it was literally just an overnight gig I was working on. Just a couple of pickup shots. So that's like a nice couple $100 or something like
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Which ain't too bad. I feel like it's funny too because I feel like a lot of anti-vaxxers think that all of us are gonna end up like
third arm in it.
Yeah, well, no, like I don't know if you ever saw the movie Daywalkers with Ethan Hawke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one where they're like trying to figure out how to turn back into humans and stuff like that. And you remember when they towards the beginning when they're doing the lab experiment with that soldier, and they inject him with whatever. They're like, how do you feel? It's like, well, I feel fine. I feel it just boom, explodes into fucking pigments. Like, well, that's not what happened to me. Luckily.
Needle bad.
That's also, I'm surprised nobody uses that as a meme more often either.
Well, it's because Ethan Hawke and his movies are some of the most underappreciated media on the planet. He's the king of the B-list actors.
To be fair, I could also make it myself one of these days, but
yeah, I was gonna say, can't you do that?
It's work. I gotta load up the disc, and then I gotta like fucking screenshot, and stuff. And of course, now there's no good meme apps on iOS that you don't have to pay like $30 a month or some stupid shit like that for.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I remember when I first heard about that, and I was like, Apple's such a freaking cash grab at this point.
Well, it's not Apple. It's just them cashing in on dumb rich influencers.
Nope, it's Apple. It's all Apple. I'm blaming them.
Had to. Right.
All right.
You're saying you gotta go.
I had a song retort and then I forgot it. So yeah, I think I do.
Well, that has been this another episode of the old jankityasspodcast number 52. If you guys haven't already, go down to the corner and like and subscribe to Multi-Murdy Media. You'll of course get this channel, playlist, Jankityas Podcast. You will get the both the Poncho's Paint Booth and Gutsy Ass Gamer, which I am taking a short break from while I set up my new office and get some more stuff recorded eventually. I still need to get that fucking little scope bit from Danny one of these days. It's
like half the reason you played him the other day too.
Literally. But what else? Also, go to multimurdymedia.com. That's the website. You get links to everything, including the YouTube channel, as well as my Instagram and Facebook, which is also Multi-Murdy Media. I can't do promotions on there, but you can still come look and see for yourself. Multi-Murdy Media on TikTok as well. That's where I put up, clips and stuff from both of those shows. And yeah, that's it. And then, of course, Tom here you can find on our buddies.
Yeah, TFG Radio, where we talk things 40K, and I'm a color commentator along with the LVO judges. So if you're looking for more focused 40K content, head there.
Panelist, if you will.
Yes. I'm like the hot weather girl, except not weather and not hot. But I might be a girl. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
You just tell people you're on Chelsea.
Nice.
So that's going to do it for us, and we'll see y'all next week.
Have a good one.